Hello.
Hello.
We're gonna test the audio and such. Vortex_EA. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Ta-da! I'm ready to viciously mock or somebody. How do I remove things? Yes. Why don't I have a rapier?
Most bards have rapiers.
How do I add defensive duelist?
Wait, somebody over where talk.
Jesus Christ. Hello, my name is Jason.
Yeah, speak like you'd be speaking into the mic or something.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo at my
Jason Derulo.
January, February, March, April, May,
Oh, I got
June,
the
Jason.
I got the
When
notification.
were you born?
Me?
Yeah.
November.
I thought the title was November.
What day?
Listen.
What's your zodiac sign?
Did I misspell it?
What's your Chinese animal? I don't know what
I
that
think it was dog.
I'm slow. I'm a little
What's
bit
your
on the slower
social?
side.
3, 1. Back to back card of your credit card?
I just need the 3-digit
Yeah.
code. Yeah.
Actually.
Expiration date?
What's your mom's maiden name?
I need to know your first pet's name. What was your elementary school?
Linda Birdie. Those are actually true.
And you might as well just give me your email. password.
Your social security number? Can we get? Oh, you already said that.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh, there's a ton of people in here.
Just shut it off. It's over.
woo!
Thanks for coming out, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks everyone for showing up. We're kind of just testing the audio right now. Hello Benji. Hello Ryan. Hello.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello Brendan. Hello Tanner. Lovely
Tanner,
to see
hold on.
everyone out.
Tan Man.
Mike, can they see us all? Can they see us all?
Yes.
Great.
The mic
I might be
quality, the
cut
mic
off a
quality
little bit, but-
isn't that great for us.
I think it's pretty fine if you learn
What's your
how to
voice?
project.
Project.
What do you mean?
What do you mean when you see a dog? What do you mean when you see a dog? Thank you, buddy.
A dog.
Mike, how we sounding?
What do you do?
Is it top tier?
Hey, we're up on the TV too.
Is it huge? What you do with a drink?
It is probably.
Up she rises way, up she rises way, up she rises early in the morning.
No, it isn't a sea It's fucking public domain, baby.
Been around for a while.
Plus we're doing a cover, we can definitely do that.
Most covers like 90 years.
And we have to have someone react to it, so we could also call it a reaction, so that.
Ooh, making double content for the price of one?
Someone's gonna do
Okay.
I mean,
that.
technically, on the same screen right now. Aren't
Yo,
you
we don't
currently
get a pirate
reacting?
level with sea shanties.
Oh!
Real nice.
What,
We
Austin?
get a pirate level with sea
ask-
shanties.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
better get some crystal.
Can I get
Like
you?
you guys are all using, by the way.
I get a big old tall glass.
Yeah, Nate, you gotta speak towards the mic, even if you're talking to
So
Jason.
you specifically, because this mic
Wait,
projects out this way,
what?
you sitting right there.
Oh, is this not omnidirectional?
No.
It's a cone, so it's kind of hitting
Guys,
this.
Yeah, so
when
like,
you asked me to
Here,
do this,
let's
I
scoot over a little bit.
specifically
You want that
asked
way?
for omnidirectional. I told you I don't work
Oh.
with chunks.
No, I'm good.
Well, it's mostly because
my physical dice. hurt.
Brennan says it sounds pretty good. Tanner
That's
says
mostly
sounds
because
good.
this
Ryan
mic
says what's
can't
up.
My
hear
ex-girlfriend.
Just losing in
That mic
league.
can't hear Caleb.
that mic
yeah.
cannot hear
And if you're
Caleb.
watching,
That's why he
That's
has a
why
mic.
Caleb has the headset on. Because this mic does not pick up Caleb for that reason.
Okay.
You know we have omnidirectional ones at home. That
Well, we
use.
specifically wanted this mic to not, this mic
Not
for the
pick up
people.
Caleb.
Oh, okay.
So we have the DM and the players separately.
Well, dim.
Yeah. So it works well.
That's how it
Because sometimes people need to speak up with they speak towards the mic. Over
It's
there.
the only person that's going to have problems is the one at the end of the table.
Oh, Austin put it out. He's got it.
It's pretty dumb.
Fuck, I don't know what voice.
Your mama.
Yeah, sorry.
You have a
Ooh,
voice?
got him
You know
there.
that. And your daddy.
Yeah, no,
Dumb as hell.
I was looking
Bro,
over
you're
his
his
Facebook post.
Dumb as fuck.
I put you in there.
He is dumb.
He's very.
You
not-
like him.
And if you want to see
You
how
Oh,
you guys
your
look,
dad?
Yeah, you like him. You'd agree with a lot. You'd
you wanna
agree
see
with
how you guys
Stick
look.
Shift.
Wait, didn't he also like kind of like?
No, turn off. I'm
What's your
self-conscious.
actual name?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. That was
You and him share some similar political beliefs.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I'll jump over.
I don't like
All right. So let's go ahead and get it started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got you.
That's the wrong one.
2. So, Benji, your character, you guys are walking currently through a forest right now. You have hired a guide to walk with you through Ascension, to the Tower of Ascension. And it is a goblin fellow. We're going to name him, I don't know, a random... Oh, Boblin the Goblin. Oh. So you and Boblin have been walking through this forest for about an hour now. And he's been leading the way. He has a machete out, and he's just hacking and slashing at these different branches and bushes.
Man,
And
that's really sucked for me being 7 feet tall.
yeah, you're kind of just having a duck under it. And so he starts cutting one down. He goes, all right, I think this is about it. This is about as far as I go. You head about 50 meters. We're playing D&D. 50 feet that way, and that's about as far as I'm willing to take you. And anything else you needed?
No, thank you.
All right, have a good one. And he doesn't have a hat, but he kind of pretends to tip a hat to you, and he starts walking off down the path.
You're like 150 feet tech.
What do you do?
It's fine.
I walked in the direction in which he pointed.
Okay. You start walking a little bit, and you start to hear music playing. And as you get a little bit closer, you can see that there is an outline of 4 figures kind of standing. It is daytime right now, but it's kind of harder to see them. And then as you get a little bit closer, you see the 4 people that will be joining you on the boat ride to the dungeon of the Tower of Ascension. What do we see around? You see 2 people playing a song. They're a little offbeat with one another, but they're jamming. What does your character look like, Nate?
Well, our characters look like regular humans. We're about 5. Well, I'm about 5'11". He's about. He didn't get the height gene, unfortunately, so he's standing at a nice 4'2".
No, we did not talk about this.
He's standing about a nice 5'10".
We're
you,
both the
Tanner.
same height. My character's wearing a black hoodie with the hoodie on.
I'm wearing a nice brown leather vest, white shirt. I'm looking pretty clean. I got them black pants on and black Air Forces, you know.
Okay, he's ready for violence. And so what classes are you guys both playing?
I'm playing a bard.
So they're both playing a
We're
bard.
double bard in it.
Did you guys say your name?
Oh, I'm Toss.
And
T-O-S-S.
I'm Ross. R-O-S-S with the E that's silent.
Okay.
It doesn't exist on the paper.
And Austin, explain your character for us.
I am playing Auron Windcaller. He has curly, thick, matted hair, like he doesn't really take care of it. He wears tattered robes. He has like a gourd that's in surprisingly good shape with the rest of his stuff, and a pretty tattered walking stick that looks like it's seen like a lot of travel. He is currently just a monk.
Currently just a monk.
Currently.
Benji, you kind of look over in your reflection in the water, and we see a glimpse of...
A 7-foot dark steel warforged with red striped paint across his eyes, going all the way down to his feet, with a nameplate that sticks on the side of his arm that basically reads out his code, which is BB9999, or what he usually goes by as nines.
Okay. And our sweet robot friend. And you see before you in a lion's pelt Christian's character.
What you see is a giant man, about 8 feet tall, almost stone-like skin, and then you see he has a hood over his head, but it's just the pelt of a lion. Like the front maw is riding over his head, and he's just rippling muscle, and you see he carries a shield and a warhammer, and it is Heracles.
Not to be confused with
Hercules. Definitely not the
So
same.
actually, this is pronounced Heracles.
Tossing salad. Love to see it.
Awesome.
So, the rest of these people have already been waiting for about an hour. Do you guys say anything while you guys wait?
Well, since we were playing music, we're just gonna like have a nice like as he like walks out of the forest, like fuck's this tall dude just coming out. Then we're just gonna go greet him.
I don't know if we should go up to him. He's pretty tall, man.
You see two humans walking towards you. What race did you say you were, Austin? Human? Christian, your race?
I am a Goliath.
Goliath. And Benji's a Warforged.
Big,
What's Benji?
a big
So-
Warforged.
You see two humans approaching you, both with musical instruments.
Hello, what brings you here?
The tower.
What
Yeah,
town?
no, we should.
No,
No, that makes
no,
sense.
that's why are you here? Like what? Why the tower?
To be complete.
Define complete.
Uh,
I don't know, brother. I don't know about this one.
I think we're better off going to talk to the monk again.
The monk again. All right. Good day. Thing.
Robot man.
The name is Nine, so you can refer me to that.
Hello, monk.
They want to know or should I turn up their volume?
Do you want us to play more music?
No.
You were listening.
I don't
You know
know.
what?
I-
Yeah, keep playing the music as long as it'll keep you quiet.
Is it this?
This one's not very nice.
Probably, yeah.
Very to himself.
Cool.
'Cause they're a little quiet, so maybe they'll fix it.
A little quiet.
You see your character?
Go talk to the big.
Yeah.
You're fine, but they're a little
And I'm
He's
I
a
foot
decide-
taller than he
I
is.
decide not to talk
Yeah.
to him
Like a
He's a
because I'm
fuck off.
intimidated.
I'm very bad at charisma, so that's why I'm not.
He's
And
Now,
he is
brother,
very.
If anyone's
He's a
even
person.
approaching me, just death glares.
he's a person. He deserves to have to.
Yeah.
You right?
No,
How
one
about you
punch
talk to him, and I stay in the back?
You guys now see that there is a small boat. It looks like it could comfortably carry like 8, but it is just like a little sitting rowboat, essentially. And as this thing approaches, you realize the figure sitting on it. You can see its attire. Currently, it is holding a row or an oar that it is using to paddle towards you. It is standing at the back of the boat, and it has a black with sort of like a purple lining cloak on. And you cannot see this creature's face, although it does stand at about 7 feet tall.
Why is everyone so tall?
I'm actually starting to get a bit concerned about why is everyone so tall?
We're not gonna have a
I
fun
didn't
time.
hear that we
Are
were
you
in the
from
land.
around here?
No,
I'm
I'm
not from around. We're not from around. Are you all from around here? Is this a tall people only?
He just starts lumbering to the boat
large
already.
man, tall one.
Yes.
Oh, you really talking?
Is everybody here as tall as you?
Obviously not.
Well, I mean, they're like a foot off, but you're definitely outside the norm.
And I was, yeah.
You're actually a much better conversationist than I expected.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I told you.
But, yeah, we should probably get going.
As this boat hits the water, you see it begin walking over to the front of the boat. It holds out a bony hand, and you see it
I don't like that.
move down its hood.
Bob the
Hey guys, that'll be 2 copper pieces to board.
We didn't bring our money.
Oh, my name's Gornak, by the way.
We didn't bring our money.
You're
Ah.
the fairy.
I love the.
Yep, I'm the ferryman.
I love
Here.
the implementers. in it.
I slam it down onto the boat.
And you slam how much?
2 copper.
He goes, cool. You could have just handed that to me. As he kind of like reaches over, picks it up, and he counts it. He goes 1, 2. You may enter. As he sort of waves you onto the
And
boat.
just one giant footstep after the other.
The boat kind of shakes a little bit as you do.
And I take up 2 separate seats in the back.
So, who else is
I
entering?
have money.
We didn't bring our pouch.
I refuse to believe that.
That's why we were playing to get money.
Yeah, we don't play
You
for
guys,
free.
yeah.
Yeah, but you must have played shows on the way here.
No. You spent the money on food.
It was a long
I'm
trip.
behind the big man. I just hold out 2 copper.
He
You
takes
guys-
it. You may
You
enter.
guys have any money to
Step-
spare?
Please tell me
I
you're kidding.
Step on the boat as well.
And you do. The boat kind of shakes again as you both are pretty heavier creatures.
It's like 10
That's heavy.
Oh, do you think he accepts change?
Do you give change?
It's copper. It's the lowest form of
We
currency
don't have
there.
copper.
Can any of you?
I hand him my last silver.
Oh, I have change. And he
Oh,
he hands you 10 copper. He goes, you have to hand it back.
the whole 10?
No, 2 each. He takes.
Four.
You both may enter, and
I
he
flick my coppers and I hop on board.
he catches your coppers and
not
he
all
waves
time,
you
though.
on. You may enter. So Gornak, your ferry driver, he's sort of this purple creature with hints of light and dark purple going around him. His hair is sort of... It's odd to say the least. It's almost as if a lot of the features on his face are kind of just changing, but not enough to notice all at once. But
Yeah, I know.
if you were to sort of look away for a couple of minutes and then look back, it's almost as if there's a separate person there.
Didn't like that.
But you see him push off, and you start rowing. As you guys are sort of rowing, after a couple of minutes, you guys start to look at the water, and you can see that it starts getting cloudy, as if the water's just a little fogged up. It's not as clear as it was. And
So I assume, are all of you going to the tower on your lonesomes?
No.
Yes. I've never met this man.
speak up a little bit into the mic.
I've never met this man in my life.
Technically,
What's your name?
yes.
Hi, Ross.
Mentally,
I'm
no.
Toss.
How do you know my name?
I'm sorry, I'm Toss.
So wait. I thought you're Toss. Toss? Ross.
No.
Funny names.
And we sort of see this view of you guys talking about that, getting the names confused as the camera sort of pans up. In the distance, you see that there is just a small hill. Above that hill is just a small coliseum, and then beyond that, even farther, is a tower. In this world, there exists a tower. Many people have tried, though no one knows whether or not anyone has succeeded. The Tower of Ascension has many floors. Again, no one knows if anyone's climbed it. People climb this tower due to the legends. The legend states that if anyone or any group of people are able to reach the top of the tower, they may exceed godhood. They may grant any wish beyond their wildest dreams. And that is what you all are doing. Climbing the tower and ascending. And the camera fades back down as we see the 5 of you and Gornak have all reached the other end. And in front of you, you can see that there is sort of a little grassy plains, and then there is just a large hole. And it leads downward. It is a cave. And he goes, "All right, boys. This is as far as I go. Don't go over the cave. You'll instantly die.
Don't go over?
Yeah, go into the cave.
Wait, why would it instantly kill us to go around the cave?
Hey, it's the tower, baby.
Oh, wait, so this is the entrance to the tower.
Oh no, this is the entrance to the trial before the tower. What?
I see.
There's a trial?
There are 2 trials to test your intellect and your combat prowess.
Are any of us here intelligent?
You seem intelligent.
Very well. I assume it is
Try to
all
be.
within our best interest for at least the time being to
I
work
think 8
together.
is probably going to do the most of the
What do you think, large man?
9.
I think we should get a move on, and I just go ahead.
And you
Yes,
see
a
the Goliath.
significantly less charming conversation was this time.
It's all fish.
It's all
What about
fish.
you, robot? You'll be assisting us, yes?
Might as well.
And mutual benefit from this. Do you have a name?
9, as I've repeated already.
You're talking nuts.
I've already.
What talking to
He
them?
called me 8, and I
Eight?
corrected
It
him.
call him 8.
But
So it's nines.
correct him to 9s.
7s.
That's what I was thinking.
12s.
I also
There we
wrote
go.
everyone's name down on the board.
Oh, this is just an in-character question. 'Cause I
Oh.
didn't actually talk to him on the
That's
boat.
fair.
Yeah, I was just staring at this guy.
But yeah, also the board is a little blurry right now. We're trying to work on moving the camera down a little bit. We just haven't gotten to it.
Can we?
Oh,
dim
we're gonna.
these?
Got it. I suppose we should catch up to the large. We'll use him as our shield.
Actual
Yeah, you're
mode
gonna play me.
that they can see that.
Oh, it's
Direct
not.
speed.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he is.
I just haven't done
No,
it.
more of a-
no. The one with the lion pelt. He is a lot of meat. A large
It's
man.
a lot of meat.
I will follow into the cave.
Or rot. Have you seen? this
You
shit?
guys watch as Auron begins walking into the cave.
See you, buddy.
Okay.
Let's go around.
Is it 2 copper to get back on?
Oh no! And he pushes off the boat and he goes,
Ah.
"That was your last chance to turn back."
Oh. Okay. Hold on.
Bye. As he begins sailing away.
I swear,
That's why
I've
your
seen him
boat
somewhere else
sucks.
before.
Hot. That's why it's not sailing. It's wrong.
I'm so glad he added him. I hope they got this thing.
We're gonna see him like 8 more times throughout the place.
Yeah, you guys are gonna see him a million more times.
I love going.
Weren't you that?
There is no
rower?
NPCs,
that's my
just
brother.
Just
I'm
Gornak.
Gornak.
So
Every shopkeeper, every floor.
you guys begin walking for what feels like hours, and after said hours, you guys come to what it's very strange. As you guys been walking, you guys can see stalactites that have just been going on for the entire time of you walking, pretty much. You guys start to see an opening in this cave. Rather than just one long cavern, it is opened up into a 300 diameter room, and it looks immaculate. The ground has been chiseled into like a circle, pretty much, a half circle, and there is a wall here. I can actually draw a map. So it goes the cave here. I'm gonna put you guys into that mode. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that looks super nice. And then it opens up. Oh wow, I just got. Why did it do that? Oh yeah.
I believe in you.
Oh. Forgive me, I'm not advanced in Photoshop.
I'm gonna put. Even if it says I can't. I'm
How did it do that? I don't even know how it did that.
Waste of a feet, I think so.
Here we go. Nope.
We should extend your face all the way down.
Did that change? Okay, yeah, that changed the opacity,
So you
I
can
believe. Okay. Cool. So the cavern is here, and then it sort of opens up like this. And on this wall here, there is another circle here. You can see that there is a pedestal with a bunch of different items and weapons on it, and the floor here is...
That's a good sign.
There is a bunch of different runes and carvings into this floor, and it looks seemingly random, but that is all you can really see from right about now.
What do you make of this large man? Actually, should probably just ask her name at this point.
I am Heracles, and I don't honestly care for yours, so figure it out.
Oh man, strike 2 on the conversation.
He's not
He's
very
really
nice.
good.
He's not very nice at all.
Prove yourself to me, and I might consider it.
Throw his name back at us.
Pronounce
You don't
it
need
wrong.
it. He didn't prove himself
Yeah.
to us.
Pronounce it.
What's your name? Hercules? It's out there.
Hercules.
You have one more chance to get it correct.
I'm not even
I
gonna try.
I suggest we don't answer him though. He is quite large.
I'm afraid he'll toss me through the roof.
As the party gets to about right here, you guys can see that this whole area is just marked off there. You can see in this sort of the pedestal, you can see that there is a fairly large rock. It seems to be about like a foot long, about. And then you can see that there is a bow. And it looks to be this sort of crystalline structure, maybe made of ice. And you can see that it does have a quiver made of leather. And you can see that it's got a little bit of a chill on it. And you can see these arrows look to be of the same material that the bow is. You see that there is a large sword, like a great sword, basically. And next to that, you can see that there is a large hammer. And then next to that, you see that there is just a chunk of this sort of like blackish, grayish metal. And then next to that, you can see that there is just a little stone ball.
I wonder if this is one of those trials he was speaking about. Probably one to test our intellect?
He did say intellect and then what?
With
Intellect
something
and
about
combat prowess. Okay. And was there anything keeping us from jumping on this pedestal in front of us?
No, it seems to be fairly open.
So it's like a pedestal, right? Under that is like a raised, I'm assuming, kind of like platform.
Assuming it's a stage
and then
with a
where we
bunch of
are.
stuff. Yeah.
There's nothing else in this room?
That seems to be about it. The rest of all of this area looks to just be normal cave. This area is kind of like the only part that that looked
So what,
created, crafted, and new.
Arrows, bow, great sword, hammer,
Black metal.
black metal, and then ball.
I will go inspect the pedestal.
You begin walking into it. You take one step in to the semicircle here. You are cold. It is almost as if you just stepped outside if the temperature was in the negatives.
I'm step back immediately. That
You take a step back and you feel like you walk into a wall. You realize that there might be some sort of forced field here.
let's see. It's cold in here.
Step out.
It is. I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I physically
Take
can't.
one leg.
No. Something is not allowing me to do so.
What languages do you all speak?
Minotaur.
Why?
It will always be Minotaur.
You
That is the base
look
stroke
on the
of-
pedestal now a little bit more
Something.
clearly, and you see it says antithesis
I speak
in Minotaur.
in Minotaur.
Right?
Yeah.
What is antithesis? Antithesis. I can't even say the word.
Antithesis?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Antithesis.
Usually the opposite.
Grammar check on that one.
Antithesis me. Give me an intelligence check.
I speak with Tolkien.
I guess a history check
History.
feels weird, but
What's racist?
The tower is forward, not backwards, and I'll just step in.
19 for me.
17 for me.
it means the opposite.
So I was right.
Good job, smart
To
boy.
answer the question, I speak primordial. is my
Hey.
Who else has stepped in?
Just him.
Just me.
Okay.
I reach in to grab him without stepping in. Let's see if I can.
You go to grab, and it's like your arm is stuck.
Oh.
You're done for, dog.
Chops his arm
As
off.
the large man said, the tower
It
is
is only
forward.
forward, but I mean.
And I'll
you
keep
don't-
walking forward. And the
Hey.
first thing I go for is the hammer.
By the way, it's
You grab this hammer, and it is effortlessly, or it is effortless how you pick this thing up. Everyone in the semicircle takes 2 cold damage.
I don't have.
Quick. My little like race background is built for like high acclimated climates and cold regions, and I have like resistance to cold. So I don't know if you want to.
If you have resistance, then yeah,
I'll
resistance.
just let you know.
Excuse me,
What happens to me
large
with
man.
my
I
part
don't
arm?
think you're necessarily
you will
supposed
take
to
half
pick
right
up the
now.
weapon
So
you'd
one
be
damage?
most
1
comfortable
damage.
And
As
why
you can
not?
see, this cold is actually
Oh,
beginning to
tell us what it
reach
said.
up
Okay,
more
let's
on your
talk
robot body.
Because, as the man said, it says antithesis. So I'm assuming that means opposite, and quite frankly, you look like the hammer sword.
Yeah.
As you guys look down, you realize the floor, these little crevices, they are filled with some sort of black liquid.
I guess
I'm going to-
liquid.
Okay, you reach down. What are you doing to inspect this
I'm
liquid?
just trying to get a closer look. See if
Investigation
does it have, like,
check.
a scent wafting.
I'm not stepping in that.
I kind of like the
Whoa,
big sword.
the scent.
I like the big sword.
I want to grab.
He already has it.
No, he has the hammer. I
I
want the.
You want to
big
step in?
sword. I'll step.
Let's step in.
I'm gonna.
You both step in.
13.
And
With that, you can tell that it is almost like oil.
Interesting.
Can I
Sort of oil.
run to grab
Are you
the
saying
big
that loud?
sword?
Yes.
You go run and
Sounds
grab the
to
big
be the
sword,
opposite.
and effortless.
cold. Maybe you gotta make it.
It is effortless to pick up.
Super light.
You pick it up effortlessly.
I'm gonna go for the black metal, the black grayish metal.
You grab this black grayish metal.
I grabbed.
You all take 2 cold damage.
Fair.
1.
Do I also take one?
We're gonna.
Yes. You 0. Round down. Because you only take half.
Does anybody
Two?
have a tinderbox?
It's
It was just 1.
Oh, so
Oh, did I
Or
say
like
2
a
or
sharp
1?
you said
object?
two.
Then yeah, it's
Metal.
1.
I have a rapier.
Oh.
My bad.
It's one
I have a
damage,
rapier.
guys, not two.
No, it's 2, but 1 for you because you're only
You said
your
you
arm
said
is in,
zero.
right?
Yeah.
Did you move in?
No. No.
Okay. Yeah, I told
Oh, I
Christian
have
it was
tinderbox.
1 because
I
he
now
has
walk
half.
in.
Oh,
I
now
would
you're in. Okay.
Very much suggest none of us stand on the black liquid.
I grabbed the stone.
This black liquid is in all the crevices.
So like it's tile, right?
Kinda like you can see it's a bunch of different like random
Are you?
crevices, essentially.
So running hypothesis, we're supposed to do something with fire. I have a tinderbox. We have oil on the ground, and it does say antithesis, which means opposite. It's very cold. We should probably hurry this up. By
What
the
if
way.
we stand?
So
on
make
the,
it warm.
What if we stand
Ah.
on the pedestal
Opposite.
and
Cold.
then light it so we don't burn to death?
Can I pick up more than one thing? Can I pick up also the little metal ball?
Yeah, you.
It's a stone.
Well, it's a stone ball.
I'm gonna pick up the stone ball.
You pick up the stone ball.
Great.
What are you doing?
I was gonna pick the stone ball, but you just took it.
Do you
Okay.
have any better ideas?
Yeah, light it.
Light that bitch on fire.
I stand.
I have an
I'm
idea.
inside. I stand on the pedestal.
You stand on the pedestal.
I take both of them and I just like take what they're holding and just slam it into each other and see if it'll make sparks.
As you do that, sparks fly. It is a lot fly. It's as if you set off one of those fireworks that their whole purpose is to just spin. And when you do that, the ground below you lights up orange, like a magma orange in that area. And as you see it, it sort of dissipates, almost as if it was just not enough. You all take 2 cold damage.
So do we need to start clinking these
What?
things
Play
around?
with your own toys.
Well, yes, quickly, please. By the way, it's very cold.
Oh yeah, someone's at 4 health.
Also, they are level 1 currently, so.
Yeah, no, we're dying.
I'm close to death already.
I'm gonna I grab the bow and arrow. And
Okay.
I'm gonna start shooting the ground.
You shoot the ground, and when you do, the arrow breaks.
Ah. Make sparks.
Alright, I
Yes,
guess we're
can
just
you
gonna
make
We
a
keep.
all
yes.
start making sparks.
I start.
You just take out my tinderbox and just light the one.
As you light it, almost in unison, what are you guys doing to make sparks?
We're smashing our tools together.
Okay, and what is Heracles
Kinda making a
doing?
beat as I do it.
Here, hold them slightly above each other. Like one on top of the other.
What do you mean? I have 2 things.
Oh yeah, he has a.
Oh, the
Big
two.
sword and
He
a
has
the
small
stones.
stone.
Oh okay.
Oh, with your tinderbox, you sort of light it, and you can see just only a small area is sort of glowing here.
I'm gonna have them hold one above the other, and I'm just gonna come down with the hammer on both of them.
No.
And as you come right down on the hammer, it smashes one on the other, and you just see a burst of sparks go everywhere as they sort of all settle down on the floor after about half a second. And then you see all of this black liquid on the floor begin turning orange,
Keep going.
and then you see the shield sort of unform, and it is no longer cold. And you see, you guys look over, and about right here, there's just a door there now. And it is a pretty large door. It is about each door, it's a set of double doors. Each door is about 10 foot wide.
That was quite painful.
And this was not there before.
Well, I believe we found our exit.
I don't know how you knew that, big man, but
It
Well,
was honestly nothing compared to the trials before this.
I mean, we kind of figured it out like the moment we got here. We just didn't know how to light the fire correctly. So can we
that's
go?
fair. That is fair.
Don't like this room anymore.
But at this point, you all seem like you're good enough to hold objects, so let's go.
That is all I was in for.
Okay. And as you guys open these doors, who is opening them?
Oh, I'm pushing them open with both hands.
Okay, and as you push them open, you see inside that this is a coliseum. And in the middle, there is a statue of what seems to be a large creature with a sort of samurai sword, and they are in full plate armor. Although this thing is made of like, you can't really tell right now, but it sort of looks metallic.
Interesting.
I think
And the stands of this place, there are a ton of them, but they are all empty.
how many
Is
arrows
there
do I have, by the
foliage
way?
or is it just straight sand? What are we talking?
On the ground, it is pretty much just like a grassland that has been walked on so much that
So
it
we're
is.
talking plain?
Yeah, pretty much. You can see that there's sort of scattered grasslands, just like pieces of grass here and there, and
So for the most part, it's like matted dirt.
yeah, for the most part, it is matted dirt.
I have a theory. The weapons we took from the previous room might
still
be
have
the
them?
only
Oh, yeah, do we
ones.
still have them?
As you sort of tried to leave with them, they sort of melted away along with everything else in the room.
Well, you did say combat prowess, and this is a coliseum.
My God.
And I've never felt more at home.
Okay, let's walk towards this giant statue.
I take a swig of my gourd and follow suit.
Okay. And so, what exactly are you trying to do?
I'm going to examine the statue.
Give me an investigation check.
At 20. 23.
15.
Yeah, that's
Are you getting initiative?
What'd you get?
It was a nat 20, but he already rolled a nat 20. I was like, God damn it.
You both did really good, and I'm proud of both of you.
Hell yeah.
I shouldn't have both wasted that.
I mean, you don't get to pick and choose.
You don't?
Jack,
can.
If you roll a nat 20. You get nat 20? I got 14. You got a nat 20.
I did. Yep.
So, who is not by the statue?
I'm not by the
These two?
Yes.
Okay. And as you both are examining this thing, it begins to move, and you can see that as it just begins standing up. But since you guys are rolled so well in your investigation check, you guys notice this and have a little bit of time to back up before this thing.
I will back away and draw my quarterstaff.
You guys back away, draw your weapons as this. Sorry, I have the abdominal snowman still pulled up from the
Yeah, he's
Icewind
unreal.
campaign. You guys look over as this thing, it stands to its full height at about 25 foot tall. As it readies its blade, stares at you, and it sort of now just revealed its chest. And as it does, you all can see written in common is fight.
Ah,
Everyone roll for initiative.
that's a very clear message.
17.
22.
11.
19.
Aren't you
17.
still at 4?
Yes.
You're Toss, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm
No.
Ross.
I hate you.
I got
He is
Which one's Ross?
He's
I'm Ross.
He got
Okay, okay.
22.
Toss. I'm Toss and he's Ross.
I got 6.
Okay, so
Guys, I re-rolled. It was 22 that.
highest.
I'm not.
I 22.
So you're Ross.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Ross with a
That
22.
was a nat.
Nat 1.
No.
No.
My original was 6.
Okay.
I mean, it's still bad, but it's not that.
What'd you get?
19.
That was a 2.
17.
Take
11.
Take your dice back. Take those back. Let's roll a 1 and then a 2.
No.
You got a 17, Benji?
Yeah. You can do the app now?
Yeah.
9's got a 17. Christian, what'd you get?
On the initiative, 11.
And what did you get?
6.
6.
Solid. That one was a 14.
Commence the battle music.
That one was a 12.
Yeah, let's get some music.
Star Trek.
Some music? I don't actually have anything pulled up because Dylan was on the thing for a little bit
Final
longer.
Fantasy 15.
Christmas music?
Soundtrack never fails.
Hell yeah. And this thing rolled a natural 20.
I
Bullshit.
played the
Reroll.
10 theme when we were playing.
You did play the 10 theme. But I'm just saying, the 15's Behemoth theme, always a
pretty solid.
banger when you fight big.
Okay.
No, Behemoth is just.
As you guys are looking around, almost as if these things were not there before, you see there are
Fucking dead.
little pedestals, each with a weapon. You can see one is a great sword here. One you can see is a very large hammer. The other one you can see is sort of a quarter staff. This one right here you can see is a dagger. And this one right here you can see is a bow. And each of them are a different color. First in the order is Ross. What do you do?
I'm gonna go for the dagger. I am not near this thing at all, so I'm gonna sprint towards the dagger and grab it.
Okay. You begin heading toward the dagger, and you grab it right off the pedestal.
Nice. Can I inspect it?
Give me an investigation check.
Hey, bet it's gonna be bad. Let's go. 17. 22.
Yeah, with a 22, you look at this thing, and it looks as if it has just this pink crystal in it. And you can tell that this blade is surging with some sort of energy. You don't exactly know what kind of energy, but it is definitely some fucking energy.
does this monster ninja thing? No, samurai. It's like going through each thing. Does it have ears?
You would not actually be able to tell because of the armor. It sort of has a metal hat on.
I'm gonna
Helmet.
yell, "Hey, dummy!"
It looks over at you.
You're gonna cast
Bet.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna cast dish. I can't even say that. This song. No. Dissonant whispers. At him.
Okay, what does that do?
You whisper discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Are you here?
No, he's not here. Racking it with terrible pain, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay.
Wait, where are you?
It rolled a 23 for the wisdom save.
It's saved.
Yeah.
Does it take half? Or is it
Does it say?
On the successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
Roll that damage.
Half of 11.
Half of 11.
Round down.
Round down. So 5. You deal 5 damage to this thing as you yell at it, and it. You can see it sort of like kind of cringes a little bit when you say that, but it's nothing else happens after that. Next in the order, unless you're doing anything else with your turn.
No.
Next in the order, it is going to run up to the biggest person it can see, Heracles. It is going to swing at you with this blade as it completely misses you by at least 6 feet, as he has rolled a nat 1, and his sword kind of gets stuck in the ground for a second, and he is going to use the rest of his turn pulling this thing out. Next in the order is Auron. What do you do?
Where's the big hammer?
The big hammer. Where did I say that was?
The yellow one, I believe.
Sure, right here.
I will go retrieve it.
You begin running over to it as you grab onto this
How
thing.
far is it from like where we are?
It is a good distance. I'll say with a dash you'd be able to get to it.
All right, is that all of my movement?
Yes.
Damn it.
And you grab it.
Judging distance. And I throw it.
You throw it.
Yeah, I try to throw it to Heracles.
Okay. Make a ranged attack without proficiency, probably. We'll say the DC on this is like a 15.
Without proficiency, so I'm gonna say 8 because I'm assuming like, well, it is a thrown weapon, but I'm assuming it's strength to throw this, so
Yeah.
8.
Okay, and with that, it gets to about right here. People can't see that. Gets to about right here, and we'll say Heracles is about right here. So you could use standard movement to get to it.
Right.
Okay, next in the order is going to be Nines. What do you do?
Where am I located?
You're going to be located about right here.
I'm gonna go grab the greatsword.
And you run over to the greatsword right here, and I'm going to change your color now to this. What do you do with this greatsword?
How many feet did I use?
You used about half movement.
How much blue do I need to reach him?
We can say you can get to him.
Okay, I will get to him, and I'm going to make an attack with the sword.
So you take out this sword as you slam down on it. But before that, the sort of camera flashes white. And we can see from your vision, from your point of view, you are looking at the back of a cargo ship. You are currently on your way to the Nethril War. Sitting beside you is one of your friends, and they sort of look at you with... They are a robot as well as you are a Warforged, and they look at you. He looks at you and he goes, "Are you prepared, my brother?"
I'm only made to be prepared.
And he sort of... if a robot could laugh, he probably would there. He goes, "Look at us. 2 new bots taking our charge. It is only too bad we are not on the front line." And he sort of looks at you, waiting to see what you're saying.
Soon enough, we'll be on the front line, and it may not be what we think it is.
"I have been dreaming of upgrades that we will receive for our service." And he sort of looks down, and you're looking all around you now as you can sort of see the excuse me, the rest of these bots that are with you, these Warforged. And you can see some of them sort of share the same mindset as the robot you are currently talking to, as they are pumping up, getting ready to go into not the front lines, but right after that. And some of them, however, like in a real war, you can see that they're a little shaken. Some of the robots, Warforged in D&D, they still technically have a soul. And so these creatures have fear. And that is sort of what you're seeing around. What do you do while you're sitting back here? What did you do while you were sitting back there?
All I did when sitting in the... What is it again I'm sitting in? It's in the...
You are sitting in sort of like a cargo plane.
Okay, it's like a transport, okay.
Like a transporter, essentially. Maybe not a plane, but definitely a transporter.
I sit there and over and over again, I touch my equipment, make sure everything's good, and I keep doing it. Making sure I have everything I need constantly on me.
And you can see that there is a timer now up there, and it says you have 1 minute till launch.
I stand up and I yell, 1 minute to drop.
And you can see as you yell that, a lot of these robots, these Warforged, should I be saying robots or Warforged?
It probably should be saying
It feels like
Warforged.
It doesn't feel politically correct.
Yeah, so
We
you
don't
can
use
see
the R word here.
we don't use the R word here. You can see a lot of I almost said it again. You can see a lot of these Warforged, as you say that, they sort of take inspiration in what you've said. As they stand to attention, they see you sort of taking inventory as they begin doing the same thing, and they ready their weapons as the hatch opens. When you look down, you see there are Warforged parts scattered all across this battlefield. As you see, there are some different spellcasters casting, and as you see one Warforged just get hit by some purple beam of light as it just completely shatters. And what did you roll to hit?
Oh. What is there no bonus to this weapon?
You'd be using it as if it was just a normal greatsword. So if you have proficiency in
Yes.
martial weapons, then yes.
16.
With a 16, you come right down on this thing. Where are you trying to hit it?
Right where its hands are stuck.
And
Get its hands.
you right down on one of its wrists as this thing cleaves into it, about halfway down into it. Roll for damage.
With a normal greatsword.
Yeah, so what is that? 2d6
plus my mod,
plus
my-
strength
Yeah.
plus proficiency?
Yes.
For damage,
For damage.
just
strength, yeah. No proficiency.
Do the damage.
I believe I'm allowed to re-roll a 1.
For
yeah, great weapon mass.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Great Weapon Master, you can reroll 1s and
No,
2s?
wait, no, that's for
Greater
fighting
weapon
style.
fighting.
Great weapon fighting.
Fighting
Great Weapon Fighting.
You're good.
Yeah, I
Great
still
weapon
have that,
fighting.
yeah. So, 10 damage.
Okay. And you deal 10 damage to this guy.
14 would be my sorry.
14 damage to this guy. As you can see, this he sort of about at this point is when he moves his arms back up, and you can see just you have cleaved half of this dude's wrist off. And next in the order is going to be Heracles. What do you do?
I'm just gonna get into like a runner's pose. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go straight at him, take my shield, bash him in the face, and just punch him.
Okay. And roll to hit.
Alright. 12 on the punch.
12 on the punch. You nail into this dude's face, and you can see part of this metal actually flies off. Just a little bit of shrapnel, but you can see you have definitely just cleaved into this dude with your fists. And damage?
Just a flat 6.
Flat 6.
And then I'm gonna roll with my bonus action a shove with my shield from Shield Master.
Okay, is there a size limitation on that?
Up to one size larger, but because I'm a giant type,
Oh, yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, you shove this thing.
Yeah.
And
It'd be a contested,
contested
pretty much
strength.
like a grapple. And I rolled a nat 20.
He rolled a 6. So
I'm gonna knock him prone with it. I
you,
just take the shield and I bash him in the face.
you punch this thing. Which shield is your shield hand? Left or right is your shield
Oh,
hand?
my left is the shield.
You punch with your right, and then you sort of see his momentum kind of change as he starts kind of falling backwards from this punch. And with that, you use your own momentum as you shove him down. He falls onto his back, and or she, you don't know yet.
Yeah, that's right.
And it falls onto its back.
This very ambiguous suit of armor.
Absolutely. Next in the order is Toss. What do you do?
I'm gonna use healing word on Auron. If I can.
What does this healing word look like?
I'm literally just gonna get out my lute. I'm just gonna serenade him with a nice old jazzy tune.
Okay.
Do you hear it?
And he serenades with his jazzy.
I
tune.
hear it and I'm
I
snapping
feel like
to
it's
it.
a Cowboy Bebop-esque tune. What's that one in episode 1 where he's fighting that one guy in
That's what you wanna hear.
Tijuana?
That was.
That's
I remember. Yeah, that
I
was
like
a
to
very
imagine-
good score for that one.
I like to imagine that it's just trumpet sound coming out of the lute. Anyway.
Just trumpet sounds.
Just a whole
heal
different
yeah.
instrument.
Yeah. Just heal yourself for 7.
So yeah, you heal for
When
7.
I play the drums,
That was a
accordion
bonus action.
plays.
And you see this statue, as I can now reveal. This statue takes its sword out as it looks down at Heracles. It picks itself up first, and it sort of looks down.
That was just bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah, I still
cool.
got action. And now I'm just going to use Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
I'm going to call him a big old pile of stones because he's a piece of
Oh, don't
Yeah.
go that far.
Nah, his
say
his
his
mother
mom.
will be nothing
Yeah.
but a pile of bricks.
Oh, he's attacking his mom. He's attacking his mom.
Well,
Wisdom save.
yeah. Has to be 14.
He rolled an 11.
Okay, yeah. No. Then 3.
3.
3.
Okay, and you get the feeling that it didn't do as much as you kind of thought it would. As it sort of just, it doesn't cringe as much as it did when.
And now has
When Ross's
disadvantage on
character.
the next attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Does it also move away?
No, that's
No, that's Dissonant Whispers. And so this thing is now going to take its turn as it takes out this sword. It pushes itself up and tries to smack at Heracles. Does a 16 hit?
No.
And this thing's sword comes crashing down at you as you sort of block it with one arm, shoo it off, and next in the order is Ross. What do you do?
Well, I have this beautiful pink dagger. Pink is my favorite. Oh,
Pink? Okay.
Plasma pink, to be precise.
Okay.
I'm gonna run at it while he's fighting him in the front and go for a cheeky little backstab.
Okay, so you begin running at this thing as we see you full on sprinting. It has just picked itself up. You take out this dagger and you jump a couple feet in the air, probably about 7 feet in the air as you are flying towards this thing's back. And again, the screen goes white. We can see that Ross and Toss are walking. And they are walking on not a paved road, but definitely a put-together road. One that is meant to be there from the city that you guys have lived in. After a couple of minutes, you guys see an old house that is sort of sitting up on kind of like stilts about 5 feet up. There's a little staircase to get to your front door. The time right now, it is currently dusk, and you guys realize that you are coming home way later than you were expecting to from a friend's house. You guys just casually hanging out with friends, and you're coming home late. What do you guys do as you guys see this house, this 2-story house?
I don't know. So do we
No, this works.
works?
Well,
Should back
I guess we should go in.
I mean, we're home, right?
I'd really rather not get in trouble, but I guess we can't get away from the inevitable.
I'm sure it's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We head on in.
You guys head up to the door, and as you try it, it is locked. Also, you guys are fairly young at this age, might I add. And when you sort of realize that it's locked, you hear a glass break. And then you hear 2 people yelling at each other.
From inside the house.
Yep.
Put my ear against the door.
You hear a lot of different curse words, exclamatories, You hear one, "Fuck you," and then you hear another glass shatter as you hear some furniture being moved around, possibly thrown about.
Maybe we just go.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do this
I'll hash it out.
tonight.
bro.
Where will we go?
Sort of as you say that, you guys hear a bark. Just like some sort of animal making a little noise, a couple tens of feet away from you guys.
Is that the neighborhood rascal? It's not that friendly.
Did you hear there was a circus coming to town?
You're 1 minute older.
I am.
I'll follow you.
I feel like I should make this decision. As the oldest brother, we're gonna go to the circus.
That's such a like
Last minute decision.
just straight. Damn, our parents are fighting. Circus time.
It makes us happy.
The circus was fun the other day.
It was.
And you guys do know that the circus is actually in town.
Oh, yeah.
And
we
so
go
yeah,
to the circus.
you guys begin walking that way. It takes about 5 minutes, and you hear this barking is getting a little bit louder, and you can see that there is a dog sitting kind of by a bush, and it sort of is just growling at one person walking by, and the person sort of just walks away from it as this dog calms down, and then it sort of looks over at you guys.
It followed us.
Bye, doggy.
It sort of looks at you and it turns its head.
That's weird. All right. Bye, doggy.
That's not weird, dog.
It starts walking up to you.
Ah.
Hi, doggy.
You can see it has a collar on with a little metal nameplate. And what kind of dog is this?
A Doberman.
It's a Doberman?
It's a Doberman.
Okay.
Dog.
And you can see it's fairly young. It's on the younger side. It's not like not an old dog. And it's just sort of staring at you right now.
All right, I'm gonna call it over. I'm gonna get down on one knee. I'm just gonna go.
And as you do that, it sort of walks up to you, and you kind of put your hand on this little nameplate. What does the nameplate say?
Boss.
Yep.
Boss.
Yeah.
And
Toss.
you sort of look at that as you say its name to your brother, and we flash back. Roll to hit.
As a dagger?
Yep.
Daggers up in
Right now.
so yeah.
16.
With a 16, you cleave into this thing's back. Roll for damage. Add an extra die to it.
What die?
D4.
D4. So 7 plus. You got me, bro? That's not a D4. Can I cancel it? 4. Okay.
Make sure you guys are speaking up too, especially Nate, because you're kind of like
So
Dagger,
making your voice that way.
Dagger's a D4.
So 2d4. How much is it?
11.
11 damage, and you cleave into this thing's back as it. You can hear this thing audibly yell, and it's sort of like a metallic, sort of, very much like a tuning fork, kind of, as it makes this yell, and it kind of launches you back, so you're on the ground now. And next in the order is a statue. As he turns around to look at you, takes out this sword and swipes. It rolls a 19 to hit.
He rolled this. No.
Okay.
He's only on his roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on him, yeah.
Oh.
So does a 19 hit you?
Does my thing. Yeah, my thing's not going to protect me. Yeah, 19 hits.
It gets 7 bludgeoning damage as, thankfully, when this thing hits you, you realize it did not cut you in half because the end of it has been so used that it has become dull.
Okay. So 7 damage?
7 bludgeoning
Ah,
damage.
that.
And you are immediately knocked prone.
Did I
No, I'm down. Like,
Oh, yeah, you are unconscious as this thing. You all look to see Ross laying there unconscious now. Next in the order, Auron.
Oh. I guess I see him go down.
I think you should send
hard
her
to
to
plan.
companion.
Okay,
you're still in.
so I go try to step between him and the giant.
Okay, we see you move. We're going to say you're the orange one. Right here. And he's about right here now after he has been knocked back.
I was going to go for the quarterstaff, but I don't think I have time for that now.
What happened to the player count?
So
I turned it off so they could see this.
Okay.
I step in front of him, and I guess I attack.
Okay. You step out in front and make an attack roll.
Fucking 11. It's probably going to miss.
An 11 misses.
And then a nat 20, baby!
And then a nat 20 as you hit. What does this look like?
I basically take my quarterstaff, I give it a couple turns, and I try to swipe at its leg. And then with the butt end, I try to hit it, I'm assuming in the crook right above that, still in the same leg.
Absolutely. And you do that as this thing makes contact, and you can see it definitely flinches as you hit this thing.
It takes 11 damage.
11 damage, okay.
Yeah, because I rolled a 1 on one of those.
Oh. And this thing has just cringed at your hit. Next in the order is Nines. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to almost swing at the same place I hit earlier.
Okay, roll to hit.
25.
Yeah, with a 25, you nail into this thing. Roll for damage.
Oh yeah. Fixable.
14 again.
14, and with that, you take out your great sword and you slam it down on this creature's wrist where you had hit it before as it completely cuts it. This thing now just has a flat metal piece where its hand was. And you can see now it sort of doesn't really know how to hold this blade. And it sort of uses its forearm now just for a little bit of swinging power with this blade. And next in the order, if you're not doing anything else, is Heracles.
Alright, I will run up and grab the Warhammer, and then I'll swing around overhead and just bring it right down on the giant.
Okay. And the camera goes wide again. And we can see currently you are in a battle with the Cretan bull. You're in the city of Crete, and this bull has been wreaking havoc upon the city. Of course, this is your 6th labor that you were tasked to do by your father, and you are currently holding this bull literally by the horns. What do you do as a finishing blow to this thing?
I'm just gonna take the horns, start bringing it down to the ground, and then just snap the neck.
And you do that. You bring it down, you snap this thing's neck, as it makes an audibly loud crack. You can see a lot of the villagers in here have actually surrounded you now, and they have just begun yelling things at you. You see one person walks up, and... What will you accomplish next, young Heracles?
I will accomplish any task that is set my way.
And then the crowd kind of goes silent for a second, and then you hear another, perhaps a younger voice and person step out out of the crowd and goes, "Will you ascend?" And then you hear another voice, "Yes, will you climb the tower?"
If that is what is asked, I will accomplish it.
And you hear a loud boom come from overhead. And you would know this as your father's call, the god of lightning, as thunder has just struck. And we see, just sort of, we zoom out to see just sort of a little road map of 13 different labors. And you can see all of the ones that you have done before and the ones to come. At the end, you see Cerberus and then a tower. Roll to hit.
A tower? The tower.
No, just a random tower.
Yeah. Go climb the
It's a
tower.
Jenga tower.
I only got a 10 to hit.
Only got a 10 to hit.
Correct.
You have an advantage on this roll then.
Oh, no.
Then it is a 15.
And with that, you slam the hammer down on this thing. Where'd you say you were hitting it?
What's blue?
Is it standing straight up right now?
Yes.
Then directly centered chest piece.
Okay, and roll for damage as you
What
take.
am I rolling?
Oh, it is.
What is it considered?
What did you use to hit it? The hammer?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Kind of what?
Look,
What
what kind
weapon
of
is it?
is it like? We're just using the
Standard
versatile
hammer.
Warhammer?
Versatile. So I grabbed it with like
Yes.
2 hands. Is that fine? I got a 11.
Okay, and with that, you put this hammer deep inside of the armor, and you can see it's sort of stuck now as you see a light come from inside this thing's chest. Next in the order, Toss. What do you do?
I'm gonna go over to Ross.
You run over to Ross.
I'm brother. Did I kill him? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. I'm gonna use healing word.
I loved you.
Yeah, that works.
Calm down.
And you use healing word.
Still alive.
How much does he heal?
7.
Okay, and you're back up to 7. What else are you doing with your turn?
Not dead.
How much movement I got left? Do I have enough
No,
to make
he's
it
not.
blue?
I'm in front of you and him. So if you would please,
Whatever that blue object is right here.
That's the bow.
That is the bow.
I have enough. Okay. I have.
You could use a dash action to make it about like right here.
And where am I right now? Right.
You're this one right here.
Has anyone picked up this orange thing? The quarterstaff?
The quarterstaff.
No, your friend started to die, so I immediately came over here.
Oh, you're failure. Anyway.
You're welcome.
I guess I'll just use another vicious mockery of it.
Okay, what do you say to
Go
him?
give me the quarterstaff. That'd be
Right.
Or you could toss it here like I tossed
Where
him
are
the
you?
hammer. I'm right next to
You
you.
failed at tossing
Get
the
it?
hammer.
Toss.
But your name is Toss.
Fair
This is
enough.
what you
Okay.
want to
Screw
do.
vicious mockery. I'm gonna go to this
I'm
quarterstaff and
Toss.
I'm gonna toss it to Monk Boy over there.
Okay, you run and we'll just say you do that.
We'll just say I do that.
What did you say?
Intercept it.
You are currently prone.
We're currently fucked. I'm gonna try my best.
Do I need to roll to catch us?
was it?
Roll to throw.
What was the roll to throw?
Athletic. No, strength.
Strength. Or no, ranged. The other one was like a hammer, so
Yeah, this is just a
I guess I probably should have made that dex too, but it's all
So I'm just
fish.
doing dex.
Dex, yes.
13.
I guess make a dex save.
Wait, who, me?
No.
Also, Auron.
14.
Yeah, and you catch it. It's kind of an arcing throw, and you sort of manage to take a second, grab onto it, and ready yourself for battle. Next in the order, though, is the statue, who is going to look over at Nines, who just tore its arm off, chopped its arm off, and is going to try to attack at you. Does a 14 hit?
I actually believe yes it does.
Okay. And this thing takes its blade out and swings it at you.
My AC is just very low.
You take
I just don't know why it's so low.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
You didn't equip your own armor.
Neck.
I have no armor.
Did you add starting equipment? Because it usually comes with armor.
I think I fucked up with the starting equipment. I don't know how I did that.
Noted.
All right. Well, for right now, You take 5 bludgeoning damage as this thing swings its sword at you, sort of using its forearm to kind of control it a little bit better, maybe add a little bit of power to it as it hits you, and you all hear this loud metal clang as it has hit metal upon metal.
I do. As it hits me, I am shoved to a knee, and almost at a crutch, almost in a down position, as I am extremely not feeling well.
Okay. Yeah, you are. You are, as we say, not vibing. I'm glad you knew where I was going with that.
Yes.
Next in the order is going to be Ross. What do you do?
I'm tops. No, you're not.
How dare you?
How dare you.
Every time I keep fucking.
You confuse NPCs, not the PMs.
I confuse everybody.
I confuse everybody. I don't see. I see everyone as everyone.
Stab him.
What?
Oh, you are prone right now. What do you do?
Who? Yeah, I'm gonna do a 360
Okay.
stab.
You do a 360 and you stab him. Roll to hit.
Good job, bro. Thanks.
In for damage.
Not Nate. Not Austin. 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Nah, misses.
He parries. 5 damage.
5 damage. And
2 bards. No one's got bardic inspiration yet.
you do a little slash on this guy as he.
We have.
Bards being bards, am I
Isn't
right?
it a bonus action? No.
We can do it whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone rolls a dice, we can do that. Inspire.
Okay, and you deal that damage as it sort of just does a little cut to him, and you can see this dude is on his last limbs here as an expression. And the statue, it takes out this sword one more time and one-handed sort of does a sweep at both Nines and Heracles, the two.
Yeah.
A 15 to hit both?
No. Wow.
Okay.
I could
And
armor this time.
yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you can have your armor. So you can see Heracles takes his shield and sort of hits it and sort of backs up a little bit, sort of loosening the blow as the sword keeps going with this one-handed swing, and then you also sort of
Kind of
take
do like a back roll, back up to a knee.
a backup roll into a knee, sure, as you this thing hits you as you both are sort of bracing this same blow, and it realizing that it maybe is kind of about to take the L on this one, it looks over at Ross, and with the arm that it is cut off on, it is going to use its bonus action to punch you with this sort of sawed-off arm, essentially. It rolled a 17 to hit.
Why is it always like 2 above than what I want?
Luck
It's-
point.
It only does 4 bludgeoning damage as it just sort of hits you. You are managing to brace this thing and tough it out. Next in the order is Auron.
That looked painful.
What do you do?
I
Kill.
would try to hit it with my staff.
How are you trying to hit this thing with your
I
staff?
miss.
How are you trying to hit this thing with your staff?
How much?
By a lot. I one I miss.
He nat 1.
Not one. Love to see it. So we see
I
you.
got a bonus action to attack though, baby.
Okay,
I
yeah.
want to see this.
But so how are you trying to do it though?
I try to bat its hand down.
Okay, yeah. So this thing has went to go and hit at your friend as it does hit at your friend. You're trying to bat this thing down. What are you're rolling again?
Oh yeah.
Although
Come on, bro.
How much?
the screen goes white.
Hold on.
Oh,
Bardic
why did
inspiration.
you?
Okay, Bardic
I
Inspiration.
have that.
The screen goes white, and we see Auron.
14.
Currently, you are walking up a misty mountain. It is pouring right now, but you are trying to stick out this journey because you know what is at the end will be worth it. And you have been walking for days now. You've sort of just been rationing food where you can, picking berries, maybe finding an animal here or there if that's what you're about. and you look down as you are now above the clouds. You look up and you see that there is the monastery that you have been looking forward to. It is high above, and you see that there are steps leading to this thing. But right now, you are sort of at the bottom of this mountain part, and there is a lot of forest around you.
I'm gonna go up the stairs slowly.
You start walking, and as you get to this next sort of plot of mountain that is full forest, you begin walking to the next set of steps. And like the room that you guys were in prior to the Colosseum, you walk in and you just hit a force field, this next set of steps.
I collapse.
Yeah, you fall backwards.
I just get on my knees and I feel like I'm gonna start crying. It's been several days.
It's been several days.
I haven't tasted good food.
Healing word.
And it is, again, pouring down rain. You can see the ground is starting to turn into mud. What do you do?
I just kind of sit, just cross my legs, and I sit in front of the force field.
And we see sort of a little time skip as you kind of sit there watching as you can now visibly see the force field. And this time skip, as we sort of enter the last little bit of it, it's dark now, and you have a small camp set up underneath one of the trees with very large leaves that are sort of sheltering you from the rain right now, and you hear footsteps coming from behind you.
I look, turn around.
And you can see that it is a fairly younger guy, older than you, but he goes, hello.
Are you from the temple?
No, I'm trying to get into the temple. Do you know about whereabouts I could go?
Well, unfortunately, there's a force field kind of in the way. Do you have any food? Like good food, decent food?
He goes, I might have a little something here or two. And you can see he only has just sort of a small bag with him.
Any of that jerky by chance?
I have a couple of rations that I might be able to spare.
Please.
And he goes into his bag and he holds out just a small thing of rations. And
I
he,
immediately gobble it. I don't even look at what it really is. I take it from him and I just shove it in my face.
Rapper.
Die.
he goes,
Roll death saves.
I've been eating berries for like 3 days now.
do you know about how to get into the force field, or?
Not yet. I was sulking. I'm not gonna lie.
I understand. And it is still pouring too. And he goes,
I figure the easiest way, we could try scaling the wall, the little mountainside there, but the force field probably extends past all of it.
he walks over to the little force field and he sort of takes his hand out as he presses on it. And he goes, I see. He sort of walks back.
Opens.
And we time skip sort of another day. He has revealed to you that this is just a simple bag of holding, and he has a bunch of food and other supplies in there that he's been keeping. And we sort of just go over to one of your conversations. As it is still pouring, another day has gone by, and you both are sort of sitting in silence for a second. And he goes, if you don't mind me asking, why is it that you want to go to the monastery?
I don't have much at home. I have my family and all, but it's a poor village. Almost constantly ransacked by almost any highwayman that has a dagger on him. I can't let that keep happening. No one does anything about it. I mean, I'm a child. I can't fight them, but I figure if I'm going to learn how to do so, this would be the best place to do it.
He sort of takes that in for a second. He goes, it's funny. We've been sitting here for... He sort of pulls out a timepiece and he goes, we've been sitting here for, 20 hours. I don't even know your name.
Auron is the name I go by.
And he extends a hand and he goes, the name's Moros. Moros Flamebrand.
It's nice to meet you, Auron.
And you both kind of shake hands for a second, and he looks up and he goes, "Here, come on." And he starts walking, and as he hits where this force field would be, he walks through, and then he looks back at you expectantly.
Wait, what? How did you...
Come on.
I guess I try to follow, put my hand on the force field and kind of push.
And you sort of just go right through.
Have you been able to do that for the whole time?
Yep, I live at the monastery. And you
Sat out in the rain.
you sort of look out at him as you're sort of thinking that to yourself as you realize it is no longer raining, and you guys walk up to the monastery.
Wait, why did it stop raining?
Uh,
Did you do that? Did they do that?
he sort of just like smirks at you as he continues walking. Roll that to hit one more time, or what did you get to hit?
14 with Nathan's inspiration.
Roll for damage.
Cool.
Inspiring everybody.
I haven't. Nah.
Ruin would be right here.
8.
Toss? Oh.
Okay, so you have taken your quarterstaff and you have
Toss.
slammed it down on this thing's arm as it hits, and then it sort of looks back at you. Now you have its attention, and it raises one arm to sort of hit you, and then this hammer just falls out of its chest as you see it just becomes lifeless, and it stops for a second, slams to its knees, and then falls to its side. And you guys have realized you have killed the statue.
I'm gonna sit. And I'm gonna drink from my gourd again.
What do you all do?
Second trial? Are we done?
Does anything open up? Door?
You look over to see that there is another set of double doors.
Let's go through.
Can you give me just a second?
Nope. Big man, open it up.
Fine.
I'll literally grab you by your collar, lift you up, and start walking towards the door.
Can you at least put me back
Did the
down?
ferry driver lie to us
Yes.
about being? Could there be more?
I hold you to the point where if you extended your legs, you would be
So
standing.
far.
You can kind of, just
Yep.
let
Yep.
let go.
Yep.
You can let go.
I can.
I can walk.
Okay, I think.
He lets you down.
I just wanted to have a drink for a second. Jeez.
You can drink on the move.
That's no fun.
Drink enjoy on the move. That's not enjoying a beverage.
Open that shit.
You should learn to take it easier. Heracles. Yes.
Double doors.
Slow
With him, it's
down.
gonna be-
Enjoy things.
Soon it'll
Savor
be
our
a
victory.
pool door, and it'll just go.
Oh, sorry.
What?
One second.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, wait,
Just
the side handle's the one you pull. What about the horizontal
He's
one? Is
never
that
seen
push?
pool doors
You gotta
before.
push it up, actually.
Okay, wait, it's like a release thing?
There's actually a button. It's automatic.
Why can't we just use knobs anymore?
He breaks the knob.
Back in my day, we just punched it.
The doors just start disintegrating.
They're sliding doors.
They're automatic. You just didn't trip the thing.
They're actually just pieces of what you just knock over.
You guys just walk up to the doors and just teleport on the other side of them. No. As you push these doors open, you can see that it is only about a 3-minute walk to the tower.
Oh. Hey.
Wow. That was short.
One step closer.
Do we still have the weapons?
No, none of the ones that you have gained
Oh.
in this short.
That's
all
right.
hurt?
My good old fashioned walking stick
I'm
does
good.
me just fine.
Thank you.
How are you
We
feeling,
got-
Ross? That
I'm
did.
doing fine. You should ask Toss how he's doing.
Toss, how are you doing?
Well, yeah, but
Really
he didn't
hard.
get punched.
Yeah, he did.
By no, that was you. I very
No,
much, yeah.
that was him.
No, I very much remember coming to your
No,
defense
that was
as you
Toss.
got punched. You actually have the cut mark still
Where?
on your body.
Look, cut marks.
It was on your.
He sliced open.
As you're talking, I'm just dragging mine.
No.
Hurry up, Nines.
How are you doing, Toss?
Alright.
That fall did hurt. Luckily, Toss healed you.
Luckily.
I do require a century rest.
Me
You can rest in a minute, apparently.
Okay,
Talking
so
to
you guys walk up to the tower,
Yeah, we're gonna keep walking.
And as you walk up to the doors of this tower, you can see it spans a great diameter. As you look up, this thing goes into the clouds, and it looks like you can't see much beyond that due to the clouds blocking it. This is sort of a mixture of like a brownish black material as it goes all the way up into the sky again. You see the 2 doors before you, set of double doors. What do?
We're gonna have Big Man open it up because every time he does, it's a grand entrance.
I'm gonna turn
I
back
shall
to
play
Coliseum.
music.
I'm a bow. And
As
Alright,
he's about
go.
to.
I'll hold my hands and wait for the
Performing.
music to start.
Okay, we're playing epic music.
It's your
Dun, 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 dun,
Dum, dum, dum.
And as you open it up, you see
We're walking
white
in
light.
slow motion.
Big door.
Why is he walking like that?
I'm
I
actually-
didn't mean physically slow down.
And you guys walk in slow motion into the white light. And then you realize you have no control of your bodies. And as you sort of look around, you don't have bodies. It is sort of as if you're watching a YouTube video with like a VR headset on. You sort of just exist in this world, and you see a creature. It's not necessarily a human, it's not an elf, it's not a dwarf, but it's humanoid. Almost kind of like nothing you've ever really seen before. Like Gornak, its skin sort of changes features as you're sort of looking at it, almost as if it's impossible to comprehend. And the colors in this thing sort of change and throughout all of the visible light. It's not a chameleon. And you realize that you can't talk. But you all feel each other's presence. And this creature,
Feeling your presence.
it takes its hands, it sort of shifts around, and it goes, "Welcome," as you guys hear horns and trumpets. And it seems very angelic, the music around. "Welcome to the Tower of Ascension. Here, on your journeys, you will do your best to become gods." And he sort of pauses for a second. "But, as the saying goes, with great power comes great..." And he sort of... I don't remember that last part, but I'm sure you all know the rest.
Comes great booty bitches.
Hell yeah. And he sort of sits down and he pulls out a little thing of notes. "In becoming a god, you will learn what it's like to go through the process, to understand the ramifications of said godhood. And on a short scale, here in Floor 1, you will be learning all of that. But remember, as the floors progress, if you are so lucky, so brave, and so able, keep this in mind. For when you succeed on your final goal, you'll need to remember it." And you guys see the white light appear, and then you're all back in your bodies. You are in a carriage right now,
That was weird.
being...
Oh, you finally woken up.
who is driving this
I
cart?
have to.
There are 2 horses.
100%.
I am on one of the horses.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Horse.
Okay?
I'm from Horse.
There are 2 horses, so 2 people can be doing it.
Callie, you get my reference from Skyrim?
I'm
Yes,
doing it.
yes, I got your Skyrim reference.
I won
had to throw it in
the
there.
He
rock,
caught
paper, scissors.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so Ross is guiding these horses.
Wait,
And
I'm on the vehicle land train.
Yeah. And I won rock, paper, scissors.
He did win rock, paper, scissors. That's fair.
you guys look over and you see 2 dead horses laying in the middle of this road. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. So yeah, that was session 1 of Ascension. How did the players enjoy it?
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Very solid entry.
Very,
Hell yeah.
very
Giant
solid.
samurai fight.
Giant Samurai fight.
Jason died.
D-Day feels.
Jason,
No,
Jason,
Toss died.
No, it was
Ross,
definitely
or Jason's character
Toss
got
died.
tickled.
Toss it.
Ross
Ross didn't
D-Day
die.
feels my flashback.
Yeah.
So we
storming the
decided.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're
The
not
airport
gonna-
people.
we're not gonna-
But yeah, so that was session 1 of Ascension. I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you for the follow fresh edits. I saw that earlier, but I believe I was talking, or someone was talking. I didn't want to interrupt. Thank you for that. Thank you for everyone who came out and viewed. If you don't know, we are playing at, the sign's not behind me, Vortex Esports Arena in Port Orange, Florida. Dunlawton and Nova. Come here. Don't murder us. Don't come here and murder us. That would suck.
Give me the idea, come on.
Well, it
that's
wasn't,
fair.
but then you said something.
Why give?
Okay,
why tell
that's
them
fair.
not? We all want to die.
Well, no, I told them not to, so they legally can't do it.
Legally can't.
I mean, that's
Because
just.
But yeah, thank you
That's
all.
the rule. That's the rule.
Hope you have a good rest of your nights. If you're watching now, if you're watching on YouTube when this is edited, well, thank you.
Edited it?
And
Well, I'll catch
edited.
you in the next video.
Did I say that wrong? Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace. We are going to be streaming next week. Not Ascension, Avalon. Christian, who is playing, he will be running that.
Outro.
And then the week out of
Thanks
that,
for the plug, man.
yeah, no problem, bro. It'll be on this channel though. So the week after that, Wednesday, same time, hopefully 10:30. We are going to be streaming Ascension Session 2.
Gonna be oscillating every week.
Oscillating every week, pretty much. Although yours start at 7.
Yes.
About 7-ish. Any time earlier or after. And mine will, of course, start at 10:30.